Hello, and welcome to hell. I'll be your demon overlord for this evening, Demon Overlord Aaron. So let's get right to it, and jump to a little section I like to call the frequently asked questions. Our first question comes from a random YouTuber, and it is, why did you make such a crap video that doesn't actually tell us anything about the game? Very excellent question. And I want to make two important points here. Point number 1 and point number 2. I hope that answers your question, YouTuber. Our second question of the day is, what sets your game apart from every other game on the market today? Well, that's a very good question. It's a card-based, kingdom-building, role-playing game with dice. So, it has the best of everything you can imagine. But other than that, I think the most important part of this game is the combination of storytelling and real adventure in a simple rules format with exciting gameplay. So, not only do you get to go on an adventure that doesn't require a game master, that tells an excellent story throughout all sorts of different instances and happenings, like giant spiders and trolls under a bridge and climbing giant mountains, but you also get to have real gameplay experience that's more than just a single action, where you get to make decisions on the fly, balance your risks and rewards in order to have a very intense and exciting happening at every turn. For example, if you're going to be climbing a mountain, what you need to do is you need energy to climb a mountain. You need gumption, as us demon lords like to call it. So, what do? You roll your dice and see what the fates hold in store. Did you get enough energy? Or is the wind going to blow? If you roll any wind, you could get blown straight off the mountain. Unless you're prepared and have a shield to defend yourself while climbing. Do you risk just going for it and getting all the energy you need? And what happens if you roll one wind? Then you're dead. That's not any fun, except for me and other players that get to watch you die, falling off of a mountain. Ouch. Yes, it's quite bloody. As you hit the ground, it makes a funny noise. So you probably don't want to do that. You say, do I keep one shield? What if your rolls aren't good enough? What if you only roll one energy? And it's your second reroll and you only still have one. That means you have one more reroll to go. Do you keep a shield? Do you push your luck? I don't know. These are decisions you'll have to make. Or if there's a massive attack, do you try to run? Or do you try to kill them all? Do you go for glory? Do you risk with the chance cube? There's so many things you can do. And the best part about it is it's up to you to decide how you play. There is no right choice. So, our third question is, what is a typical round of play like? Well, you get 2 actions, and every kingdom builds as they see fit, either by conducting resources, or conducting commerce, which is quite simple. You just say, I'm conducting commerce, and you get resources according to how often you do it and how many actions. So, a typical turn could be like, I'm conducting commerce. Oh, here's my 5 gold, I'm done. The next person is like, I'm going to go out of my keep, and I'm going to forage for resources, and I'm attacked by demons and dying, and or successful, and I got demon stones and loot and stuff. Or you could go into an instance, and an instance of an instance, for instance, would be you climbing a mountain, or all the stuff I said earlier, and you would roll for that in different ways and try to make your way through it based on the kingdom you built and resources at your disposal, as well as how you like to throw the dice. Our next question is, what was your inspiration for designing this game? Well, I wanted to create a game that was just as much fun for 2 players. A role-playing game that you could just wheel down onto the table and have a real adventure with face-to-face interaction. Something that would be just as much fun to play on a date or, you know, for couples at home and all that stuff, as it would be to actually play in a group of friends and to have everyone have their own adventure without being too terribly cutthroat, where the lot of the action came from the storytelling and how you developed your kingdom and the decisions you made throughout the instances, and not so much as cutting the legs out from under your girlfriend who might then be really upset at you afterwards, or other things like that. Real intense gameplay without too much shiesty player interaction. Good question. Our last question is, what's the most exciting thing about this particular Kickstarter for you? Well, I'd have to say it's our complete package. What we've done is we've taken everything that we've made. The base game, which includes demons and all of its excitement and grandeur. We have the co-op expansion, which is so much more content and monsters and weapons, along with raid-style instances where you can actually play together with friends, cooperatively, to try to overcome even greater obstacles and different wars between the demon lords and the collective whole of the world trying to survive. So we have the co-op expansion, the main game, as well as the Whimsy Pack, which adds a bit of slapstick joy to the whole campaign, so it's not all demons and destruction and running for your life. Well, it's a lot of that, but it's a lot of other things as well, and it gets whimsical and silly to add some real ridiculousness to your life and death struggle. And then, probably one of my most favorite things is the special edition for just this bundle of the Heroes and Pets expansion. So you get to play as wild and interesting heroes like steampunk, half-orc, half-human assassins or hunters, or half-wraith, half-human, or giant sword wielders, or just all sorts of different things. And then you have adorable little pets that can also eat the faces of your enemies, and you can raise them and pet them and love them as well. So you get the main game, the co-op expansion, the Whimsy Pack, and the Heroes and Pets expansion, all for about half price. 50% off just for supporting our game for the short period of time only on the first printing. And lastly, I just wanted to say a special thank you to all of our backers for making this apocalypse possible. We really do appreciate your support. This is Demon Lord Aaron, wishing you a hell of a lot of fun playing our game.